At AgriGold, we're creating new hybrids every year, and for this growing season, we've got some giants. What makes a hybrid a giant? Averaging more than 6 bushels over all competitors, winning 67% or more of the time, and going head-to-head in over 1,000 comparisons in their maturity. That's strict criteria for a new hybrid. AgriGold keeps producing top-quality hybrids like the giants year after year, and it's all thanks to unsurpassed genetics. We take germplasm from 4 continents. Our germplasm pool is developed and evaluated by 14 corn breeding programs across the Corn Belt, and dihaploid breeding brings you these new hybrids faster. Genetics are the key to giant performance. A6632 is AgriGold's 115-day giant, and this is its story. From planting to harvest, A6632 has a story fit for a giant. Here to tell A6632's story are the people who know it best, AgriGold agronomists.
To start with, it's excellent out of the ground. It has tremendous emergence and early season vigor. Walking the corn, you can't help but notice that it's one of the first things up and how uniform the stand is.
Nice set of roots. One thing that we've really been seeing a whole lot this year in 2009 is very wet, very cool soils. A lot of corn, a lot of other hybrids been showing several different kinds of false nutrient deficiencies. This variety here, since it does have such a fantastic root, it's really able to pull nutrients out of the soil. It's been looking really good, nice dark green color.
6632 is a 115-day family B product for us. As a family B, it has a flex ear. This hybrid has a lot of adaptability to go from lower populations to higher populations, so the ear will flex if we need it to. Also, as a family B, there's really no preference on nitrogen timing. It can be all pre-plant or side dress.
A6632 is a highly versatile hybrid with adaptability to various locations, soil types, and yield environments.
You know, in the South, we really like to plant early. You know, we have to plant early to beat the heat during pollination. You know, this is a hybrid that really will fit that.
Another focus point on 6632 is the overall yield environment that you place it in. It's very adaptable from high end to low end as far as yield environments. It has a lot of low end torque, which allows it to be planted on a little bit lighter soils, but also has that top end to go on some of the darker, better ground that we can find.
As it grows throughout the year, it's not a very tall hybrid, very, very leafy, shades the ground extremely well. I've always told everybody that your corn plant is half of your chemical control. If you can really shade the ground and not let very much sunlight in, you're really going to keep your weeds from coming in.
In the middle of the season, A6632 maintains its health and vigor thanks to a strong agronomic package.
One thing that I really like about 6632 is its ability to handle higher populations. As you can see, the leaf structure is a little bit more upright and compact, and we can put more plants into that defined area. That's one thing that you tend to not be able to do with like a family B, but this one really handles it well. Come mid-season, we like to see just the plant health that you're seeing out here. Has a really strong built-in disease package that we're looking at, just able to combat a lot of the soil-borne and airborne funguses that are out there.
A6632's disease package makes it an excellent candidate for corn on corn, but it also offers superior versatility.
When you look at ground and you're looking at maybe putting it on a corn piece or a rotated piece, following it behind soybeans or something, both situations are going to be ideal for 6632. It really has a strong adaptability to go on different types of acres, handle different soil types, and really it comes through strong in that respect. One thing that we look at 6632 is just the root structure and the ability to go down and get those nutrients and really stabilize that plant, especially when you're putting higher populations out there to keep and feed those plants and keep them all going and going strong. When we start to look at the ear structure on a giant product like 6632, it tends to be probably 16 kernel rows round, maybe sometimes you'll find an 18 row.
A6632 isn't what you call a showy hybrid until it's time to harvest. That's when this giant really stands out.
As you look at this corn, we see a lot of plant health late in the season. That plant health means we're still building yield. Our corn factory is still working. That's what we're striving for to make this a giant.
As far as foliar plant health goes, 6632 has a nice foliar disease package, pretty resistant to gray leaf spot, northern corn leaf blight. It'll be one of the healthiest things that you'll see out in the field, which will aid in late season agronomics.
As we're getting close to the harvest, we're still maintaining very good stalk integrity. Our nodes are still allowing water and nutrients to flow. That helps the Giant not only yield well, but stand well in your field.
Overall, A6632 is looking great right before harvest, and when you take a look at the ears, you'll continue to be impressed.
One of the first things that I noticed about 6632 is the overall plant architecture. It's a medium-statured plant with more of a belt-high ear line. As you look down through here, it's very consistent on where the ears are set.
6632 has a little different ear style than what other family Bs may have in our lineup. Normally family Bs are short, squatty ears, a light color. 6632 is different. It's a longer, skinnier ear, real nice orange color, very nice grain cap to it. When we bust those open, we see that we have real nice kernel depth. The depth's where the yield comes from.
At AgriGold, we're very proud of our Giant lineup, and will continue to bring hybrids like A6632 to you. With the 4th largest breeding program in the world and dihaploid breeding, we're not only bringing you the best new and unique hybrids, we're getting them to you faster. And like all of our products, our Giants are protected by the best traits and seed treatments available. Backed by the knowledge of our corn specialists and agronomists, AgriGold can help you maximize your yields for Giant results.
Because of the ear style, the plant health, and the agronomics, we talked earlier that 6632 can handle varying populations. Hopefully you can see by the ear set, the kernel fill, the stalks, population. It can handle higher populations, but it has the ear flex to handle lower populations. So by being a Giant, we need to be able to maximize every acre, and 6632 continues to do that for us.
The new AgriGold Giants. Find more information, including up-to-date local yield results, at agrigold.com.